Good morning. Today we're going to touch on the full page editor. It's a rarely used tool for some reason and so versatile. I use it all the time. Well, let's have a look at some of this stuff here, just to give you an idea. If you're a Breaking Bad fan from TV, then you understand this one. And if not, just look at the things you could do with your own imagination. Okay? All right, let's kind of roll this up a little bit here, and there you got another one. This one I put together, one image, made another copy of it, changing the name a little bit, and then I mirrored one of them so it flipped around. Okay? All right, let's see what we can do in the full page editor, because that's where you do all this kind of stuff. Okay? Hang on now. Okay, well, the first thing let me show you is what I mean by mirror. So I'm just going to pick any image here, and it's out of focus, but anyway, just to show you the mirror part. Okay, see how the picture flips back and forth? Okay, good. We'll get out of this guy. We don't need that anymore. Ooh, I don't like out of focus images. Okay, now um, I'm going to go rapidly so that I don't make this video too long. But essentially, I had a nice picture here, like this, of the chairs, and I made a copy of it, changing the file name just a little bit. I put an A in there, so I actually have two pictures. If I didn't do that, just put this in twice, whatever I did to this in mirror, it would mirror both. Okay, so that's why you need two file names. Okay, so there we go. Now, the first thing we need to do is to put one of these in, and I told it to go 4 by 6, okay? So, where am I here? I am, I can't see, 4 by 6, okay. So, I do that, and I got a picture 4 by 6. Okay, now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move it. By moving it, I already told Qimage I want to be in freehand mode. Okay, now once you're in freehand mode, if I click on this guy, it's going to go to page 2. So I have to drag it. Okay, that's one of the rules. That's all, no big deal. Like that. Now I've got two of them and they're facing opposite. Now we go into the full page editor. And there we are. Okay, now we can move these obviously, but remember you have to select it to move it because we got more than one on the page. So these red buttons here, they tell you that's been selected. Okay, I'm going to move him up like this somewhat. Okay, like that. And I'll take this guy. Remember, you have to select it. And I'm going to move him up here like this. Okay, like that. Now, you want to be perfect about it? Okay, then there's an easier way to do it. Let's be perfect about it. All you do is hold the control key down, hit the up arrow, you're aligned. Okay, hit the left arrow, you're all the way to the left edge. Now I select the other one, like this, and I hit the left arrow, and I'm all the way to the left edge. And to verify, look at your numbers here for location. The left edge is 0.12, okay? The top is 0.12. If I switch images and go to the other one, okay, like that, the right edge is 0.12 and the top is 0.12. So you see how easy it is to align these things, okay? All right, and if you want to be fancy, you can just right click over here and say add floating text and put in whatever you want. Okay, just like that. Okay, let's move on to another demonstration. Okay, now first thing I'm going to do is clear the queue. Okay, that's got all that out. And I'm going to take off the gray background paper. I just put that on for effect. Okay, and I just right click here where it says background color, and we're back to normal. Okay, now I'm going to put this flower in here, okay, but I'm going to put it in at 8 by 10 right now. So what I want to do is click here and say 8 by 10. Okay, now I got my flower in at 8 by 10, but I think I'm going to turn on the crop scissors for this guy here. Okay, Okay, now I got a full 8 by 10. Now we're going to go into the full page editor again. Okay, there we are. Now I'll show you something you can do here which is pretty neat. And I'll tell you why. If I go into the regular editor, the image editor, okay, and I want to crop this, oh, I can crop it and make a beautiful crop any way I like, right? Anything I like. Anything. There we go. Okay. Anything you like, you can do. But remember, the ratio that you're getting is printed out right over here. It's 1.38, okay, equals 6, I can't see good, 6.9 by 5, okay? It's almost 5 by 7. Okay, but what if you want to print an 8 by 10? It's out of whack, okay? So here's an easier way to do this. Okay, let's cancel this out. No, we don't want to save it. We're in the full page editor. We go to the cropping tab, okay? And here you can zoom up, zoom out like this, move it over, crop it any way you wish. And remember, you're in an 8 by 10 frame right now, so it's going to be just the way you want it. However you design it, that's what you're going to get. Okay, now, that's fine. We can stop right there, but let's go back and try a different size and see what we do, okay? Okay, let's go back, take this out, say done. Now we're here, and now we're going to change this image to a different size. Let's say 5 by 7. Okay, now we got a 5 by 7. Okie dokie. All right, now back into the full page editor. Now we have a 5 by 7. We can rotate this so they match. Okay, now you have a better idea. Now we're at 5 by 7, and if you want to do any kind of a adjusting here, there you go. Move it around any way you like. You move the little one and the big one will match it. That's a little bit big, I think. My taste anyway. Okay, now the point is you're cropping it for a 5 by 7 now, because it's 5 by 7 size, and previously we cropped it for an 8 by 10, which is great. You get it just the way you want. Now here's the really, really cute part. Let's say 2 weeks from now you want to make an identical print. And you say, where was I with this thing? Was I up? Was I down? Was I halfway? Where the heck was I? Well, Qimage will remember it. The minute you put that image back in the queue and go into the full page editor, bang, it remembers how you cropped it and where it was situated and so on and so forth. It's a beautiful tool. Okay, hang on a sec, we'll show you some more. Okay, moving on. Now there's a few things you can do right in here. We can right click and we can say add a mat. Okay, well, just for the sake of being able to visually see it better, we're going to make it red. And now you've got a beautiful red matte border on it, okay, like that. That's pretty neat. You can also, if you wish, you can drag the whole schmear up to the top, like this. Okay, you can center it if you want. You can do it either by eye or go back into the size location tool like this and say center. Well, it's going to center vertical too. Okay, back up we go. Okay, like that. And you can see your numbers here, 68 here, 64 here. Well, that's no big deal. I'll just hit my arrow key a little bit. 65, 67, how about 67 and 66? That's pretty centered. Okay, now what we can do here is we can right click and say add floating text, like that. And we'll say, well, let's leave that. Okay, we'll say bad tulip. How's that? And you can put it wherever you want. And you did a cutie. Okay? Okay, let's show you some more stuff here. Now, we can take this off, just get it out of the way. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, and let's delete the mat so that that doesn't get in our way either. Come on, you got to select. Always remember you have to select. See the little dots on the outside of the mat? That means I have the mat selected. Okay. Come on, baby. Okay, remove. Okay, now we're back to our picture again. Now, right click and you can change the size. Okay, you can just say larger if you want. Well, we got to turn the paper around if you want to do that because she's just about at its edge here. So there we go. And you can move it around, you can rotate, you can do whatever you want. You can also say new size, okay? And you can say this, change size for you. You can do whatever you want. It's so versatile in here. And don't forget, you have things like soft proofing, which I never use, but you can hit high quality HQ, and also you can make your own size. You know, if you're doing something where you have a certain space on the page and you want the picture to fit into the space, well, do it just the way you like it. Okay? That's another feature we have in here. Here we go. Okay, you can make it any size you want, any location you want. It's a really, really terrific, versatile tool. Okay, now the last thing I want to show you is how to rotate something if you want to make it artistic. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to take your image, obviously, and put it into the editor, the image editor, not the full page editor. Okay, and in here, you just type in how many degrees you want it to rotate. Now, in this particular case, it says 15. And if you wanted to go the opposite direction, you just say minus 15. Simple as that. But there is a secret to this that you have to know ahead of time. And that is, it won't work unless you come out of optimal spaced. So to be on the safe side, you click on freehand and you put your image in there, and we'll change this to a 10 if you wish, or a 5. Here's a 10. Okay, and we say done. Say okay, and there we are. That's the 15 and that's the 10. Okay, but you have to come out of optimal space in order to make it work. Okay, gang, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I challenge you to show us some of your artistic work. I mean, it doesn't have to be fancy, and some of you guys are really artistic. You're a whole lot more artistic than I am, but this is fun. Enjoy, and I thank you very much for listening.